Well, hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to another toy review here on my channel. If you're new to these and you're like, wait a minute, you review toys? Yes. Why are you only getting like 10 views on each video? Because I don't pursue this or advertise it. It's just something I like to do. I know that there are people out there who collect action figures like I do, who are also 31 years old in a room full of action figures. Hey, I pay my taxes, don't judge. And I just think it's useful to film reviews when I get something new, so that anyone who's thinking about getting something can be informed by having a little look on the YouTubes and looking at some reviews of it. Hopefully you find this video helpful, or maybe you want to collect toys, you aren't allowed, and this is just sort of emotionally cathartic, and it's like living through another dude who's got the toys. Basically, this video is made by Sado for fellow Sados. Today's review, we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness Defender Strange figure. Defender Strange. This appears to be, at the time of this recording, as far as I can tell, a variant of Doctor Strange featured in the upcoming movie. By the time this review's out, the film will be just about to come out, I think. I'm filming this on the 7th of March. This and another figure from this movie were a cheeky gift bought for me by my wife. I was having a shitty week, so she snuck into Forbidden Planet on her way home from work one day and picked me up Defender Strange and Wong. We will be reviewing Wong very soon. But Defender Strange appears to be a variant of Steven. Once the film's out, we'll know a little more, of course, but there he is, with his different hairstyle and facial hair. And there's a fuller picture of him on the back, the likeness of Benedict Cumberbatch. The caption reads, Doctor Strange is Earth's foremost magical defender, safeguarding our dimension against supernatural threats from across the multiverse. He appears to be in front of the window in the Sanctum Sanctorum. He's casting a spell, he's doing all sorts of shenanigans. Why is this in a big box? Because apparently it's a deluxe figure. Why is it a deluxe figure? Well, good question. Previous deluxe figures that I've picked up have either been re-released Build-A-Figures or larger figures with a repaint. And a Build-A-Figure accessory, like the Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture, or the Captain America Civil War Ant-Man in giant form, things like that. But also, a couple of years ago, they released the Black Widow Deluxe figure, which is Black Widow in the yellow, it's because I'm looking at the lights on the shelf, and the lights on the shelf are yellow. Black Widow in the white suit, you can see her up there. Just past Iron Man. Actually, you can't see her from the angle you're at. You can see Melina in her white suit. But, the Widow was a deluxe figure because it was a different costume from the standard release. She came with a load of hands, a load of little weapons and accessories like the electric blast from her wrist gauntlets so you could attach them. And she came with a figure stand, which, where have I got it on the shelf now? Just having a look at my shelf while I'm talking to y'all, and I'm trying to see if I can see where I put it, because Widow does not have that stand. Oh yeah, the Wasp, who is just past Strange over there, amongst all my endgame figures, just behind Thanos there. She has got the Black Widow stand, which is a figure stand to have her propped up doing flips, poses, leaps, whatever, and explosion decals at the bottom, plastic explosions. This Strange figure seems to be going for a similar vibe. Difference is, he's got two accessories. He's got a spare pair of hands and a portal background. I didn't buy this guy because I didn't think it was the £31.99 asking price for an action figure and a swirly background. I felt like you needed to do more. The Natasha, the Black Widow, at least offered like a figure stand that's compatible with everybody, decals for it, and a load of spare hands and weapons accessories. So this was a little questionable. I'd mentioned that to my wife, and that's why she bought it for me. She was like, yeah, but if I buy it for you, you've got no excuse. I was like, fair enough. So, is it worth it? Let's crack open Defender Strange and find out. By the Crimson Bands of Sitarak, what a comparison! Here's the Doctor Strange, most recent Doctor Strange figure released as of this video recording. It's the Spider-Man No Way Home version. So I thought I'd pop him here. Do you know what, let's pop him here. Seems appropriate enough, right? Was a point of comparison to Defender Strange. Now, Defender Strange is, there's a few things I need to bring up. So, articulation. He has a bend in the ankle with a little pivot as well, a little bit stiff. There is a best way to do it, if there is a boot on the figure, conceal a calf joint. There is one concealed in the boots. He has a double joint bend at the knee, he swivels at the thigh and the crotch joint. The skirt is made of a rubbery material, so it doesn't hamper his movements too much and get a pretty decent range of movement. He has a waist swivel, and it sort of goes chunk, 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 doesn't quite sit in the right place, so you have to finagle it a little if you want him stood central. He has a rib crunch, but it's not a crunch joint, it's like a, well, you can see. It's more akin to like the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man figures at this point. His arm goes up and down with a peg, it swivels at the very top, and he has a double joint in the elbow. It's the new Hasbro patented pegless joints. He also flips at the wrist, and his hands are in a spellcasting, typical Strange spellcasting style. Now, next notable thing that has to be brought up, his head. Yes, it's just one of those, oh, it's just one, it's a peg joint with two balls on it. One in the head, one in the neck. Limited movement, but at least naturalistic poses. And wait a frickin' minute. Didn't spot that in the packaging. Your man is sporting a pony. Defender Strange has a big old pony. Why is this significant? Well, it's quite well sculpted. It's a little bit rubbery, separate from the rest of the head, so be careful with it. But if you've seen the trailers, namely if you've seen the TV spot, there is a Strange in a costume similar to this. I don't think it was the exact same one, but I guess it is. Who goes all zombified, decayed, and starts sprouting black charred skeletal arms out of his back. I think Defender Strange is a variant who gets infected with something demonic or a zombie virus or what have you. So this figure is one of the Strange variants before something really horrible happens to him. Interesting. The ponytail's the giveaway, because that one has a ponytail in the TV spot that came out at the Super Bowl. Sculpt. Let's start with the likeness of Cumberbatch. Again, here is the more recent version. Spider-Man Far From Home. This is obviously not meant to be the exact same Strange, but it's the same actor. Pretty decent likeness all in all. I think it looks really good. You can tell it's Benedict Cumberbatch and his very unique visage. So yeah, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Details on the costume. Are they accurate? I guess we'll find out when the film comes out, but the red and black on the costume is very nice, very reminiscent of the New Avengers, sort of late 2000s, early 2010s look for the character. The Defender name, I guess, is a hint at the fact that he's in the comic book version of the Defenders. The markings on the skirt are nice. They carry on throughout the rest of the costume. Only little paint cock-ups here and there. Like you can see, there's a slight paint scratch on the red. This waist piece, the belt, is a separate thing, but it's quite snug, as it should be, really, so he isn't moving around too much. Skin tone is nice. No scars on his hand. Maybe that's a character decision, or maybe it's just a detail they couldn't muster. The blue of his eyes is stunning. Look at that. He looks amazing. Facial hair's nice. Hair's painted in well. Again, with the sculpts and the grey on the costume. It is a decent looking figure. Like, it's weird to buy a figure of a character that we've not met yet, really. So that's the one thing that's got me, like, sort of going, this is cool. Am I going to like him? Don't know yet. Do you know what I mean? The portal. This is an accessory I guess a lot of people would want, and the reason why they might want to buy the deluxe set. It's okay. Like, it's a slightly clear plastic, so yeah. It's a little translucent, so if I turn this light off, for example, for just a second, you can see the orange light behind shining through it. So maybe if you're putting it as part of a display, which is what I might do, you might want to get like a strip of LED lights, or like really light fairy lights, and sellotape them, or, you know, tape them gently to the back, so that you choose a side, which side you want displayed. Put some fairy lights on the back, And maybe, here's an idea, get a display in the background of something else. Like, a cardboard display. For example, the backing of this figure is the window of the Sanctum Sanctorum. So maybe I will display that behind the portal, just a little bit. Not the whole box, the cardboard in the sleeve. Just a little bit. Put some lights in this and cut it out so that it is circular. So on the display you can have Strange stepping from the Sanctum onto the display. Something like that. I think that could be quite fun. Is it worth $31.99 just for this piece of plastic? No, I think if this is a deluxe figure, so be it. But it should have been like either $25.99 or include more accessories than just bald fist hands. Doesn't seem like, I mean, one's a fist and one's a slight grabbing hand, which works with, some of the spell pieces that have come with other Strange figures, so you could have him clutching that, have him utilising a shielded spell or whatever. That's not enough accessories to justify the price. I do feel like this guy's going to become like the hand figure from the Stiltman wave, though. People with more disposable income than me are going to snatch up like 2 or 3 of this guy, just so they can have 2 or 3 of the portals. Who knows? Now they've got this mould, is it the last time they're going to use it? I don't think so. I have a feeling that when we get more Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness figures, we're going to see a version of this that is the zombified version with a different head, different paint applications. I think he's a very good looking figure. What about you? Do you like how he looks? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to help fund future figure reviews, my Amazon wishlist link is down there too. No obligation for you to do so, of course. It's completely up to you. But if you want to just chip towards something, you can donate. The PayPal link's also down in the description, and just leave me a note to let me know what you'd like to donate towards. Maybe I can help bump up the price, get the toy, and we can review it. No obligation to do either of that, of course. You can help me other ways by giving the video a thumbs up, sharing it if you think people will find it useful, and subscribing if you haven't already. Stay tuned, because soon we'll be revisiting the Multiverse of Madness to review Marvel's Wong. But until then, ta-ra.